Hey, what's up? It's your guy, the white Claudio Sanchez from Coheed Cambria, here to talk to you about what you read on the title. Classic intro. This is a video of something that means a dear amount to me, and something I'm okay with sharing, because these people have influenced me in several ways. Welcome, guys and gals, dudes and dudes, to my top 10 guitarists who are no longer with us. Sit back, relax, and let's think about some of these people together. Number 10 on the list, we are starting off with Dimebag Darrell Abbott. Now, Pantera, they have gone through some stuff in their time, but the one thing that was true about Pantera was the Abbott brothers. Dimebag Darrell, one of the kindest, compassionate guitarists to ever exist. There's always a great Dime story to fall back on, because every time he just encountered someone, he just enriched their life in some way. And that is why we are starting off the 10 guitarists who are no longer with us, who are my favorite, with Dimebag Darrell Abbott. This one I would usually put up farther on my list, but I have him here because there's no particular order to this list. I just feel like he deserves to be talked early on about. And that's my perception of my camera, guys. It gives me an implied double chin after a certain amount. Alexei Laiho from Children of Bodom. Marco Alexei Laiho was a guitarist for Children of Bodom. Children of Bodom, I would sit down and play along to the discography of Children of Bodom from the time I was 15, a little bit when I was 14 too. I wasn't that good when I was 14 at guitar, because I had only been playing for 2 years. But when I was 15, I really picked up on that. And I was playing for 1 year at that point. I didn't develop that fast at guitar until like a certain point, until I started getting into Children of Bodom. Children of Bodom pushed my guitar playing over the edge, and that's why Alexei is very important to this list. Now, number 8, Prince. Prince is someone who I believe deserves tons and tons more affection than he already gets, because Prince, he really defined the game. He came in, he acted himself, he didn't care about what everyone else thought. Prince just did Prince. And that's something that resonates deep with my being. And Purple Rain is one of the best movies ever. Number 7, I'm gonna just drop Jimi Hendrix now, because everybody's gonna be like, he didn't drop Jimi Hendrix yet. Yes, Jimi Hendrix. No one needs to talk about why Jimi Hendrix deserves on this list. He just deserves to be on this list. Number 6, Randy Rhoads. Randy Rhoads really ran so metal guitarists can walk. He went way beyond the technical registry of what we wanted, combining speedy riffs with neoclassical flair to it that was easy for the masses to digest. Unlike Yngwie J. Malmsteen. I'm sorry to throw a dig at a guitarist, but he's a guitar player. This ain't a dig towards Yngwie J. Malmsteen. He's just a guitarist. Number 5. Justin Lowe. Justin Lowe had a rough patch at the end, but he really defined a genre. There's not much I could say about Justin Lowe that would do him like the justice that needs to be done for him. Justin was just in a class of his own. And that's why he's on the number 5 slot. Number 4, Edward Van Halen. Y'all already know he was going to be on this list too. Eddie Van Halen, once again, ran so a lot of guitarists could walk. And honestly, I'd say my favorite thing about Eddie Van Halen was the fact that he just lived by the guitar and died by the guitar. And that's something that resonates with my being, because I also live and die by the guitar. It's kind of like when a guitar player just kind of dedicates his life to something he could do. Number 3, Sean Lane. Sean Lane doesn't get the recognition he freaking deserves. Sean Lane was one of the nicest people in existence. He really was. I'd say he was that hidden treasure of guitar virtuosity that just tickled my heartstrings. He just played the guitar like an extension of his being, which is something that I've always wanted with my guitar playing and finally achieved myself recently. And watching someone just obtain that fluid relationship with the guitar like Sean Lane had with his guitars, it's just absolutely magnificent. There's not much I could say about Sean Lane other than check him out. This isn't the only time I'm going to be doing a list like this, guys. I know there's going to be a bunch I forget or just not added to this list because I have to do the 10 format for some reason. Hey, it gives me more videos later. But number 2, number 2, guys. B.B. King. He was like the soul of guitar for a while. He could touch your soul with his music and personality a way that really just could bring a tough man to tears. B.B. King was just one of those genuine personalities that you'd be like, that's a guy who I feel safe around if I was ever alone with him. That's what I loved about B.B. King, and that's what I still love to this day about B.B. King. And why he means so much to me as a human being. Number one is Frank Zappa. Now, Frank Zappa is an unsung hero of literally the entire music community. Frank Zappa at one point fought so there was no extreme control over people's music. So artists could write about whatever the fuck they want to write about. There was just so much trying to interfere with music, and that famous trial with Dee Schneider, Frank Zappa, what's his face? I forget the other guy. But literally, he was also a genuinely talented musician too. Frank Zappa, I'd say, really paved the way for progressive music. If I had to suggest a few things for you guys, I'd suggest one, listen to the song Montana from Frank Zappa. And if you're into a longer style song and you were just riding on a car ride and you want a fucking nice sort of long ballad, Billy the Mountain. Billy the Mountain is one of my favorite songs ever. And yeah, that's literally all I have to say about this. I love you guys. Like, comment something below that you might want to see a top 10 of. I might do it. And yeah, subscribe. I keep losing one and gaining one sometimes. It's fun. It's sad when I lose one, but it's fun when I gain someone new because it's like, hey, new friend. I love you guys. I'm lonely.